When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Miami's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Syracuse, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the 1st time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Quick release by the QB.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
Caught in the backfield. It's Dawkins. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes him, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. To the air, it's Pratt. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, better look out. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They want to throw it. The screen, he can go. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Reads it, fires complete. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. They'll run it from the gun. Got room to work. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Turning it on. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Handoff to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Pratt. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will
taking it the other way. Little spin move. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Catch in the middle. It's Moncrief. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that. Quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Holds and fires complete to the right. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Canes are flying down the field. Scanning the field, it's Duff. Zings it complete to the right. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Falls in complete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the back. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Working the middle, it's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that.
There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Looking at passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Quickly complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Are forced to settle for 3. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now breaks into the open. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Duff. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They try to pop a run on the draw. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Canes. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give on the counter. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Let's go! Back to throw, it's Pratt. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And they'll knock him down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Duff. Working that left side now. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Canes will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. To throw, it's Pratt. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're going to run it. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. Finds a spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quickly complete. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And off to Jones. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the
touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Miami, 35. Syracuse, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Pratt. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll try the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Looking for a man. It's Duff. Unloads it left. That's caught. It's Moncrief. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 5-yard line before he stopped. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this. And that ball's free behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The give out of the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Line getting set on second down.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. It's Moncrief. He's stopped short, and it's fourth down. The Canes will line up to punt it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
So now it's second and long. Fires to the tight end. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fakes the grab. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Quickly out to the tight end. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, going to the air. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Thrust that arm out. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Back to throw, it's Duff. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. It's a seam wide open. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Here on 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Canes will punt this one away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Fights off the defender.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using the quick game. There he goes.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game cooking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The give to the back. They could have used a little bit more there. Pickup of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find the way to...
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.